Well, here in Breckenridge, Colorado right now, and while we're outside without jackets, it's 25 degrees, but the air is dry, so you don't feel it as much. This is Phil Klotzbach from Colorado State University. He is a hurricane expert, and we're in the middle of winter, but last year, wow, what a hurricane season.
Yeah, last year was very, very active. One of the most active seasons for the Atlantic that we've seen on record. We had 17 storms, 17 named storms, 10 hurricanes, and 6 major hurricanes. So about 2.5 times the normal season, so super active.
And normally, I mean, we had a record of a drought of major hurricanes hitting the U.S. That drought is over.
Yes, correct. Yeah, we went 11 years from 2006 to 2016 with no Category 3 or higher storms of 111 miles per hour or greater. And last year we obviously had Harvey and Irma hitting the United States as major, the continental U.S. as major hurricanes, and then Maria is hitting Puerto Rico as a Category 4 as well.
So we had a drought, but are we getting into a more active period, in your opinion?
Well, the Atlantic in general since 95 had been pretty active till about 2012, and then we went through several years where the seasons were generally a little bit quieter than normal. 2016 was a little more active than normal, especially with late season storms like Matthew, and then last year was very, very active. So there's a lot of question right now as to whether we're still in this active era, whether we're going to start moving out of it. So I'd say right now there's a lot of uncertainty around that particular question.
All right, East Coast, do we have much to worry about in the Mid-Atlantic?
I mean, in general, if you look at the long-term records, the Mid-Atlantic isn't hit too frequently by hurricanes, but certainly there is always a threat. Obviously, we had Hurricane Isabel back in 2003 that went up through
right through the Chesapeake.
Exactly, yeah. So you can have those kinds of storms. So again, I mean, it's one of those things that obviously right now we're in the middle of winter, but it's a time of the year to have your preparations in order, especially if you live in surge-prone areas and things like that.
Now, your forecast for 2018 comes out in April, but can you give us a little preview?
Yeah, so right now we have a weak La Nina in the tropical Pacific. That's a little colder than normal waters there. That typically would make for a more active Atlantic hurricane season, but there's a lot that can change between now and January and the peak of the hurricane season coming up. So that's why we don't put out a first forecast till April, just we don't have the skill at this long lead time.
All right. Look forward to April 5th. From Breckenridge, Colorado, a meteorologist Howard Bernstein, WUSA 9.